Alright, my people, it's time for a life update. This is just a regular Monday, day in my life, content creator, travel photographer, and I've been going through so many changes this past month. So much has transformed in my life, and there are a lot of different things. And normally I wouldn't just be sitting and filming a video like this. I just had lunch, it's just a regular day, but I just wanted to talk and just talk from the heart and share what I've been going through and hope that these words can resonate with someone out there, because that's ultimately my goal in all of this, is if my words can inspire you in any way to live your life with more heart, with more purpose, and to create meaning and service in the world, then I will have considered all of this an accomplishment. And so the biggest thing that's on my heart right now is I just finished up Tony Robbins Mastery University. This is the hat that you get when you sign up for the Mastery University. It's Tony Robbins' Be a Blessing, Blessed, Live Lucky brand. And a blessing is the number one word that I can use to describe what this experience has been. It has transformed my entire life. So I came across Tony Robbins in January of 2020. Actually, no, right at the beginning of the pandemic. So once the pandemic hit, so when was that? That was March of 2020. I had just moved to Colorado and pandemic hit. I was working my corporate job remotely. Obviously, everyone was so scared, so lost. And I randomly came across, one of my friends had referred me to check out this other motivational documentary on Netflix. And then I saw a recommendation for Tony Robbins' I Am Not Your Guru on Netflix, his documentary. And I was like, I've heard so much about this Tony Robbins guy. I've always been really interested in leadership conferences and mindset and learning about self-growth and improving yourself. So I thought, you know what? Let me just check it out. Let me watch it. And it spoke to my heart. I was crying. I was in tears to see the level of heart and service and passion that people are living with. It inspired me so much. So from there, I signed up for Tony Robbins' free 5-day challenge, which was the New World, New You challenge or something along those lines. It was like a comeback challenge to help people through these changing, uncertain times. I loved it. I loved it. It helped me so much. So I decided to sign up for Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within. So this was Unleash the Power Within. It was virtual for the first time ever. He created this Zoom space so that he could connect with people all over the world. I was living in Denver and it was so transformative. When he says where the impossible becomes possible, that is truly, truly the truth of it. I was able at this event, so this is his signature capstone event. If you get to do it virtual, do it. If you get to do it live, do it. I did both. So I did both the virtual version and the in-person version because the virtual ticket came with an in-person one. It was sort of the COVID special they were running for November of 2021. And so at the virtual UPW, I was able to identify limiting beliefs that I had that were holding me back in my life. Things that I didn't even know, but they were just blocks I had put on myself where I wasn't allowing myself. Tony goes into so much detail on the thermostat that you set for your life and how you just stay there. And even if things are going well, you sort of self-sabotage to get back to that thermostat of what you believe that you deserve. But life is all beliefs and it's all meanings, and it's all meanings that we create. It's not even necessarily real. It's through a combination of what happened to us in our childhood versus society versus just all these things. And so it's incredible because you get this opportunity as an adult to rewire your beliefs and in turn rewire and recreate your life, the destiny of your life. And so that's what Unleash the Power Within was for me. Did the virtual and then I went to the live solo in West Palm Springs, Florida. November of 2021, I met an amazing group of people there. I decided to randomly room with a bunch of people that I met off the Facebook page. Obviously, I trusted my gut and intuition. It felt super safe, and these people were incredible. It was another life-changing experience. Even though I had already done Unleash the Power Within virtual and the content is more or less the same, Tony shares so much wisdom and so many breakthroughs with you that sometimes even listening to the same sentence, I would pick something up that I hadn't picked up in the past. And I got new transformations and new breakthroughs from that event. My biggest goal at Unleash the Power Within, I was a corporate employee. I was super, super upset and unhappy. My biggest dream was to be location independent, have my own business. I wasn't a business owner at the time. No one in my family had businesses. I didn't know anything about owning a business. And within 1 year, I accomplished that goal. Tony teaches that when you have a goal or a dream, define it, write down the why, and then find a mentor who's doing what you want to do and model their steps. And so right after that, I found Christian LeBlanc, his Lost Creator Academy, where he teaches you how to become a full-time content creator. I really resonated with Christian's story. I love the travel stories that he was sharing, and I also saw that he used to work at the same accounting firm that I did. So I was like, oh my gosh, instant connection. I trust this guy. I'm going to invest in his course. It was quite an investment, but it paid off quickly. Within 1 year, I was able to accomplish my goal. I grew so much of a following on Instagram. I was able to work with brands and hotels and tourism boards now, which absolutely blows my mind. It's the greatest blessing to be living my dream of doing that, and it all stemmed from going to this event. And so at the November UPW, they push different events that they offer in order to influence your life in different ways, and I'm so glad that they did, because at that event I signed up for Tony Robbins Mastery University, and it's the best university I've ever been to. I learned so much. So the university and it really felt like the universe came through me, guided me to walk up to that booth and make an investment that I had never before in my life made. $15,000. I was a recent college graduate. It's the middle of the pandemic. I was like, what? But it felt guided through me that I had to make this decision. This was the next step. And it felt so natural and it felt so right. So I did. I signed up. And the first event of the university was Date with Destiny Virtual. This is Tony's favorite event. It's 6 days and nights, and oh my gosh, you learn everything about why you are the way that you are, your beliefs, your values, the meanings that you're putting onto different things in your life, the relationships that you have with yourself, with friends, with partners, emotionally, all family, all these relationships, all these reasons why that you act the way that you do. And he really has you focus on what your primary question is. So what the question is that you ask yourself for everything in life. And that primary question dictates your entire life. So I uncovered that my primary question for anything that would happen to me, if a friend wanted to watch a scary movie, or if I wanted to go for a walk in the park, I would always ask, what does this mean? So I wouldn't let myself enjoy, as a very achiever-driven, straight-A student. I was always raised to just do the best, be efficient, grind all the time. So I wouldn't let myself enjoy scary movies, or not even scary movies, or something that like didn't have a meaning as perceived value for my time. So that was my old primary question. And then Tony works you through creating a new primary question. And the new one that I created was, how can I further appreciate the beauty of this moment? That was in December of 2021. So this past December, it's June now. Setting that new primary question has helped me find appreciation, gratitude, and beauty in so many moments that past me would have been like, why is this happening? Why am I here? And just not appreciating. But instead realizing that I'm in this moment, I'm in this situation, the universe wanted me here, it is guided, and I'm going to appreciate something from it. I'm going to learn something from it. I'm going to learn something from the person. I'm going to give as much as I can. That was a huge rewiring in creating that. And the event is in December, so it's created to set sort of the course of what you want your year to look like. So you set your goals, you set your towards values, you set your away values, and the rules that you have for what those values are, and you set values that you want to accomplish. And so a huge one of mine was love, and then courage. I wanted to live my life with more love, just love for people, for the universe, for myself, for different moments, and also courage. I was always very timid and shy and scared growing up, and I wanted to live my life with more courage. And oh my gosh, the universe came through. The universe doesn't just give you what you ask for. The universe gives you opportunities to develop those muscles, to really work those muscles, to then be that courageous person. And to say I've had opportunities to live with my life with courage is an understatement. And I'll get to that. I will get to the transformations that have happened in my life, from my grandmother passing away, to my spiritual awakening and my breakup, to my broken bone, to where I'm headed now. But yeah, so Date with Destiny, so strongly recommend. After that was Business Mastery. So I attended Business Mastery with Tony Robbins in January of 2020. So it was 1 month after that. I did it was virtual, so I was in Chile at the time on the beginning of my world trip, full-time travel. Business Mastery was incredible for me. I've always had sort of a passion for business, but I didn't have any business degree. No one in my family was a business owner or into business. It was something totally new for me. And so business mastery was incredible because it taught me everything that I needed to know and more about business. As a new business owner, I own my own business. I'm a full-time travel photographer and content creator. It taught me so much. And it also taught that through service in your business, when your goal is to serve and truly help people and provide more value than anyone else, that's where you'll find your success. And so business mastery was so very helpful for me, just getting me to think more as a businesswoman and also being able to lead from the heart, from that stance. It was just so beautiful and so incredible, and has gotten me so excited about the opportunities that are to come. I have so many ideas that I'm excited to get into play moving with my course and with coaching maybe in the future, just opportunities to really help people. And service it's a huge passion of mine to want to be able to help people, and so business mastery has helped me unlock that. Next, a couple months later, I attended life mastery and wealth mastery in Fiji. So the second that I found out that Tony has a property in Fiji, and I'm someone who's a traveler, I'm a world traveler, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get there. I set that as one of my goals, and that came true. There was a wait list for this event, and I'm so grateful that I was able to sign up for this. So it was life mastery. You really dive into how to master your life, everything from health to your relationship with yourself to vitality, to feeling your best. We did a cleanse and a detox, and we sang and we connected with the earth and ourselves and found community, and it was so beautiful. And it's hosted in Fiji. Tony specifically chose Fiji because there is magic there. You can really feel the Mahna, the life force of the earth just exuding through Fiji. And you do these events, like there was a 50-foot telephone pole, and you climb to the top and you jump off with a harness and everything, and it's all symbolic of conquering limiting beliefs. And every step that you take, you're stepping more into yourself, and you name these identities for who you're going to step into. And I stepped in to Mahna. I never realized the power of my name. My name literally means life force. And I wasn't stepping up to that. I wasn't living up to that. I was hiding the world of my talents, of my gift, of my ability to positively put energy into the world and breathe life into people. And I wasn't living up to that. And so at the event, I stepped into Mahna. I realized who Mahna is, the love that I want to give into the world, and the example of that I want to be. And so that's what life mastery helps me with. And then right after that, as part of the same little event right off the bat, was wealth mastery. And at wealth mastery, my mind grew from I feel like I was here to just circulating around the earth, around the universe. I learned so much. And also another thing, probably the most incredible part of this event was the people that I met. The people in that room, the level of heart, the level of service, the level of commitment and dedication that these people have to living their lives at another level is so inspiring and beautiful to be around. I had never been around people that were that inspiring and that incredible. And I'm 26 years old right now, so I was the youngest person in that room. There were 25 or 26 people in our cohort of Life and Wealth Mastery. It was one of the smallest ones that they had. It was really special that we were such a small group, and I was super intimidated. I was like, these people are all millionaires and multi-millionaires and super successful and have families and businesses and jobs and all these super prestigious things. And I was like, I'm a 26-year-old girl who just left her corporate job to pursue her dream, and what am I doing in this room? But not for a moment did anyone in that room make me feel like I was less than. Everyone there was so kind and so uplifting and just incredible people, such amazing people that I am so grateful to have met. And the peer group, that's another thing that Tony teaches, is the peer group of people around you are truly everything. And so I am so grateful to have met those people. And on par with that, wealth mastery just expanded my mind for what's possible and what money is. And it totally rewired my relationship with money. I realized that money is just an energy. You give and it creates a flow. And I used to think that when you pay for something, when you give money, you lose it. But really, the wealth mindset is that when you give money, it creates this flow of abundance. It creates an abundance cycle that comes to you and includes you and flows through the universe. and just so many beliefs like that we all deep down have about money. It helps rewire that. And not just money, wealth is so much deeper than that. And the reason they do life mastery before wealth mastery is that financial freedom without emotional freedom is the ultimate failure, because you want to be free in your soul, with your purpose, with your life, and that's ultimate wealth. And so that was my biggest takeaway from wealth mastery. And I've only implemented or digested like a couple percent of everything that there is. It's all deep within my soul, but there are so many strategies and specific investment options that they teach you as well. It's just incredible, so incredible. And then a couple things happened in my life between then. So actually, let me dive into those now. It's a good time. So after wealth mastery, I went to, it was in Fiji, stayed in Fiji for a while, stayed at the Namali Resort, Tony Robbins Namali Resort, which was a dream experience. It was so amazing. Then went to Australia, Singapore, ended up in Bali. In Bali, the relationship that I was in, we decided to go our own ways. It was in Ubud, Bali, and I felt like the magic of the universe, the energy of the universe come through me and guide me towards making this decision. And I know that can sound crazy if you've never experienced a sort of spiritual awakening like this, but it felt so guided, and it felt like so much energy from the universe that came through me and gave me the courage and gave me the opportunity to practice my courage, because that was a really, really long relationship, and we were going our own ways, and it was for the best, and it all ended in love and respect and appreciation and gratitude for everything that it was, but it had gone its own way. And so that moment, that opportunity to step into my courage and realize that who Mahna is, it was one of the opportunities that I got to practice that. And so that was my spiritual awakening. And then a couple of weeks after that, I was in Bali, and the main way to get around there is via motorbike. And so when I first saw the motorbikes, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so dangerous. There's no way I'm getting on one. But then I rented one, and I was like, okay, I'll only go in 5-minute circumferences of where I live to a cafe or to meet with a friend or to the gym. And it was a Monday morning. It was May 2nd, I believe. I was riding the motorbike, perfectly sunny, beautiful day. I had my helmet on. I was riding to go to a cafe. And then there was a gust of wind out of nowhere, and this telephone wire, you know, the telephone wires that are on the side of the road, it swooped in front of my neck. It got on under my neck. I was still going forward on the motorbike. At this point, the electricity wire was pulling me backwards. I was going forwards. And in between that moment and the next, there was a cement wall. I smashed into the cement wall, hit the ground with my helmet, and my hand hit the ground, smashed. And then the next thing I knew, a bunch of men came up to me, were helping me calm down and breathe. And I was just in shock. But I don't know how that electricity wire got off my neck. I fully believe that there was an angel that swooped through. And this is another part of the story, is that a couple weeks ago, the last day of Life and Wealth Mastery, my grandmother passed away. My last living grandparent, she passed away. And it was so difficult for me. But at the event, we did a love and light ceremony, and we sent her love and light and appreciation and gratitude. And I saw that she was flying free and truly happy. And I truly believe that my grandmother was my angel in that moment and saved my life in that accident. And the only thing that happened to me when I smashed into the ground and smashed into that cement wall, thank God I had my helmet, please wear your helmets, is I broke my thumb, and my thumb is still recovering now. You can see that I can't bend it all the way. It was so painful because this is my photography thumb. And I had a few other scratches, but it gave me a second chance at life. And since then, I've had a spiritual awakening where I've been able to connect even deeper with the universe and start learning about the moon signs. And I learned that the breakup was on a huge full moon, and that led me through this eclipse moon cycle, through which on the next full moon, I experienced even deeper cleansing and healing and gratitude for this journey of life. And from that accident, I flew back to the United States to get proper medical attention for my thumb, and I had an opportunity, it was sort of a pause on life, to just heal and be and process. And it's crazy because all these things happened to me that could have taken me down, but I had so much faith that all of this, having to pack up all my suitcases, fly halfway across the globe with a broken hand, my right hand, which is my everything hand, by myself, it taught me so much about how capable I am and about all of this guidance. We are so guided. It's so beautiful. And so that was what the last month looked like for me, was just healing and sitting and pausing and appreciating where I'm at on my journey. And I had no idea what was to come. All of my plans were sort of up in the air. They were just wiped. It was like a wiped blank slate of what my life could be. But what's so great is that I have faith that I can do 90% of the work of goals or what I want to accomplish. But that last 10%, that's faith, that's divine intervention, that's what's going to guide you through. And so that was what the month of May looked like for me. It was a whole lot of healing and sitting and processing. And then also on the last day of Life and Wealth Mastery, so at Tony Robbins events, there's a wheel where you can win prizes. So you can get a yoga ball, you can get a massage, you can get one of his audio programs. One of the prizes there was Leadership Academy. So as I said at the beginning of this, I've always been so drawn to leadership events. That's like what I did in high school and college. I was a class officer all through school. I signed up for student government. Every single opportunity to go to a leadership conference, I was there. I love the energy that motivational speakers give to you, and it was always something that I participated in. I've been journaling for my entire life, and a huge part of having that zest for wanting to live my life and being in touch with my intuition is from what I've learned at leadership conferences. And so the last day of the event, I was chosen randomly to spin the wheel, and I won Leadership Academy. It felt so guided, because Leadership Academy empowers leaders for changing times. It teaches you the tools to be able to positively influence people. And I just finished that event yesterday. And so it's been such a beautiful, guided, incredible journey. I've learned so much. I have no idea what the next step will be, but I just want to say, Tony Robbins, you have changed my life. I'm so eternally grateful. These are my journals. This is my Tony Robbins journal right here, and this is my personal journal. This journal I started 1 year ago, and in that year I have left my corporate job, I have left a relationship, I have started traveling the world, I have created my own business, and I have no idea what's in store for the future, but I do know that I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this journey of life. And I wanted to create this video, and I wanted to create this message that although I don't have all the answers, I do know that we are so guided. I feel so strongly in my heart that we are so guided by the universe, or whatever you believe in. Let your faith be stronger than your fear, and you will never lose, because your faith will guide you, I promise you. So it's been a beautiful journey. I'm very, very grateful. I have all the love in the world for you, or whoever is watching this. I love you. You are a beautiful human. These are all my emoticons from the events. Much love to you all. Would love to hear your thoughts if you've had similar experiences. If any of this resonated with you, please let me know, because I love connecting with you all and it makes me so happy, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity to have a platform and share with you all, and I have no idea where it'll lead, but I'm very grateful. Peace.